Hello, and welcome back to another episode of It's Always Sunny in Hollywood. I am Lugia, and with me are my twin brothers.
My name is Patty, and we're having fun here!
I'm Drum Arts. Is it always sunny in Hollywood, huh? Is it?
No, it isn't.
I didn't feel very sunny watching this. This movie takes place in Hollywood. This really make you have a lot of feelings of sunshine and rainbows.
Alright. Well, we're off to a great start if this is the attitude we're going into. Yeah, let's be honest. This movie has been bashed, criticized, and beaten into the ground by pretty much everybody, even when it first came out. Often seen as
15 years, it's been the butt of Adam Sandler's jokes, or jokes about Adam Sandler.
It's often seen as one of probably the worst Adam Sandler film in his entire filmography. I don't know if I completely agree with that, but it's up there. I've seen quite a few Adam Sandler films. I haven't seen all of them, though.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
where I'd put this on my Adam Sandler hierarchy. I can't even talk. No, my Adam Sandler tier list that doesn't exist, but yeah, this is pretty low.
Have you seen Little Nicky?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Because that might change.
I think
But
like the only I
is
like
Little
Chuck and
Nicky
Larry
worse?
less, which we also talked about on this fucking show. Like with Chuck and Larry, I can't think of anything enjoyable about that, and also I think some of the bad jokes are worse. But well, just like
Should we just get the formalities out of the way?
I guess, but I mean, is there anything in terms of production or background you wanted to give?
Yeah, actually. So,
well, I'll just go like more freeform with this. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
hey, listen, they didn't care. Why should we?
fuck structure, okay?
Jack and
I
Jill
think,
broke our structure, so we're just
recording
having
this
a
at 8
free-for-all.
at night anyway. This is a different time than what we're normally used to. And we just
Yeah.
finished watching the film before we started recording this.
Yeah, okay. I guess the main thing I want to talk about is like, in my memory, this isn't the worst Adam Sandler movie ever. When you actually watch it, it's so nothing. It is so boring. Like that's like the weird thing about it. Like when I think of like Chuck and Larry, like I'm thinking of like the jokes. I'm like, oh, that's like actively like same with Click and like 50 First Dates. Even though I don't hate those movies, but like the jokes are just like actively make you like groan. Here, I just feel nothing. I just feel absolutely nothing. It's the complete nothing of a movie. It's boring.
It's the problem where every scene is basically just built upon trying to make you laugh, and that's fine, but like because the jokes don't land, every scene feels like 2 times longer than it actually is.
And
Like
sometimes they are very long. Like the initial
Like-
Thanksgiving dinner scene, that went on for like 10 minutes and like almost nothing happened outside of Jack really hating the fact that Jill is in his house.
again, like
yeah, but also like
it's
the weird
supposed to be jokes, but nothing landed. Like, okay, the bum got a few light chuckles from me, but like that was it.
the weird the weird thing to me though is like when I think of like the other shitty Adam Sandler movies, like they have like such cheap like vulgar jokes that you're just like, ugh, like what is this? Like it makes you actively groan. Where here, I feel like they actually tried more with some of the jokes, but they just don't land.
Some
But because they're not like what'd you say?
some jokes, because there's still like the occasional fart gag that they play with Jill
Yeah,
when
yeah.
she eats a bunch of chimichangas.
Yeah, but even like those, they aren't like. Again, this only makes sense if like you've seen like a bunch of other Sandler movies, but like it's oddly weird where like some of like the worst parts of his other movies are understated here, but this movie just has no actual positive qualities. So there's like nothing to chew on. Like let me give you one example. The Norm Macdonald scene. I forgot Norm Macdonald was in this movie. So when that scene started, I was like, "Oh, maybe this movie is gonna have something good besides Al Pacino."
He says like 3
because-
lines.
Yeah, because Norm
That's it.
Macdonald is like Norm Macdonald's a pretty funny guy. He's got a pretty like unique comedic voice. So I thought like, oh, as long as he just does his shtick, you'll do it. But the weird thing is like Norm just acts like a kind of normal guy here. It's like really weird because like he's usually like this really weird, dry, sarcastic kind of thing. Where like you're almost like not sure if he's doing a bit or not. When like here he's just like a regular guy, and I'm like, oh okay, well that's not funny.
And even he wants nothing to do with Jill. He actively tries to avoid her.
Yeah,
Even so
again, Al
much as like
Pacino,
trying
he's
to
like,
hang on the ceiling when he's in the bathroom and she's looking for him.
yeah,
And that was it. That was
Like, I
Norm
guess,
Macdonald's contribution to this movie.
yeah.
That was it.
Now Al Pacino is like actually funny. People always like hype up Al Pacino in this movie, and like to a degree, where when watching it, I was gonna be like, oh, he's probably not actually that good, but nah, he actually was pretty funny. Like I thought it was funny.
But
I don't
how
know.
much of that is because the bar has been already set so low?
Yeah, that's a weird thing. So basically, Al Pacino's shtick is that he's like he oddly plays it like really serious. It's just almost weird. Like the almost comedy is just like it's almost like a sincere kind of romance almost, or like well he's like slash like he's really fucking horny. Um, yeah, like there's just kind of a comic absurdity with that because like you know fucking Adam Sandler, and also just obviously Sandler like disguised himself as a sister at one point. There's like decent bits there, I guess, kind of. And
Adam Sandler playing Jill. That's crazy.
also it's kind of funny that like Jill doesn't like Pacino at all. So like it's this like weird kind of reversal of I guess what you'd normally expect. But ultimately like it's a decent bit. It gives this movie some life. The reason I'd give this like a 2 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10, but like that's it. And also, and I pointed this out while we were watching the movie, but the Great Muppet Caper has like the exact same joke, where Charles Grodin is like oddly really into Miss Piggy. You know, it's fucking Miss Piggy. It's like a puppet pig, and you see like this man, like an actual human man who's like very sincerely into it, and Piggy like doesn't reciprocate at all because she's into Kermit. So like it's kind of like a funny kind of thing, and it's basically the same bit here, but like worse. Like not worse, I guess, but
Like we've
it's kind
seen
of
it
equal
before
actually.
in a much more enjoyable movie.
Yeah, it's a good bit, but you don't need to watch this movie to get that bit.
So that's
Don't
Great Muppet
watch the
Caper has
movie.
the Happiness Hotel song, and that's a banger.
Also, I just realized because I just forgot the Great Muppet Caper is also a twin movie.
Right! Oh my god, yes!
I just remembered. It's
I
such a
forgot about yes!
When we were talking throughout the film, we tried thinking up of other twin movies that could probably be better than this.
I forgot the Great Muppet Caper was about twins. That's so. Yeah. Lugie hasn't seen it, so let me just explain the joke. Kermit and Fozzie play twins in the movies, and
Oh.
the bit and the joke is almost that like people see it. Like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I can see it," and like they just act like they look similar. And at one point they show a picture of their dad, and it just looks like Fozzie, but like Photoshop green. It's so fucking funny. I'll be honest, the twin genre is like a very dire genre. Like I can't think of that many funny twin movies because like
If at all, because they're very few
yeah, I
and far
mean
between to begin with.
because like I did not grow up with the Parent Trap, so I have no like affinity for that. So to me, it's just a dumb kids movie.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of any twin movies, like,
Adaptation is, I
other
guess, a
than, like,
twin
the
movie,
obvious
but like
ones.
adaptation is technically about twins, but like it's not about twins. Like they're twins in the movie, but like the joke of adaptation is like it's like this meta like movie within a movie thing. The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie I think is not good. Like I can think of like some action movies or like horror movies with twins, but it's more of like it does more of like a whatchamacallit, like a face-off type thing, but like it's not really
Oh, how could
twins,
we
you know?
forget Twisted Pair by Neil Breen? We've talked about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we've talked about a couple of twin movies, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of, it's not a movie, but Gravity Falls is the only thing on my mind.
Gravity Falls is good, and twins, like, it's actually relevant.
It's an important plot point.
Like, here's the thing: I can think of double movies. Like, they're movies where there are people who look alike, but it's not actually like twin movies. It's more like
Like a Prince and the
there's like this,
Pauper type of thing.
yeah, like Kagemusha. Like even The Parent Trap is that. Like Kagemusha is like a great Prince of the Pauper type thing. There's also like a lot of like thrillers. Like Vertigo is probably the most famous one, and Vertigo's been parodied like, and like homaged and remade so many times. And, like the whole thing of Vertigo is like there's a lady that looks like this other lady that like the guy was obsessed with, and they play around with that a lot. That's really it. Like none of the people like know that they're twins, so it's not actually like actively interplaying with it. You know, same with Us. Like that's not really like a twin movie. You know, it's kind of weird. Like you'd think that like because twins are like a relatively like well-known common phenomenon. You'd think like there'd be more jokes about it. Like you know, The Simpsons had twin characters. There's some jokes there. People do tons of like movies about brothers, or stepbrothers.
I know we don't have any semblance of structure for today's episode, but do we want to go back to Jack and Jill for anything?
Yeah, actually.
I mean, we haven't talked about the fun facts. I mean, you remember when we were talking about earlier that let's see, what were the fun facts? Because I told you guys a fun fact last week. What was that?
I got a few right now.
Sure, go ahead.
Jack and Jill, let me just get the standard formality out of the way. Jack and Jill was released on November 11th, 2011. It came out 11/11/11. That's crazy. All right.
Make a wish.
It had a budget of $79 million and it made $149 million, which is honestly more than I thought it would make. Not successful,
fuck.
mind you, but
Wait, hold up. 11, 11,
What?
11.
Yeah.
Is that a twin joke? Because there's two ones, two ones, two one.
Oh
It's a
my
twin
god.
joke, isn't it? It's like
If
how that
that
movie
I
9
never know
released on
if that is the case, I
999.
never noticed it.
It's like how that movie 9 was released on 999. Like, okay, yeah, cute. Fuck you. Even on the poster, it has 11, 11, 11. Oh my god. Yeah, it is a twin joke.
Carry on.
Whatever.
Lugia.
Go on.
this was directed by Dennis Dugan, not necessarily Adam Sandler himself, although he was responsible for producing and the screenplay. And he was paid $20 million to make this movie.
Dennis Dugan is like Adam Sandler's regular guy. He directed like Happy Gilmore,
Right.
The Benchwarmers,
Mhm.
Don't Mess with the Zohan, the Grown Ups
Chuck and
movies.
Larry.
Of course, fucking Chuck and Larry. I can't believe this is a director we've revisited. You gotta be kidding me.
So, this being an Adam Sandler film, of course it's going to have a
Oh,
bunch
this
of
is really
celebrity
weird, 'cause, like-
cameos.
Because
Huh?
Happy Gilmore and You Don't Mess with the Zohan are like the two Adam Sandler movies I actually think are kind of okay. And I pronounce it Chuck and Larry and Jack and Jill are like the ones I hate the most. And the Grown Ups movies are obviously like his most famous one. So, man, this guy's like, he's got every type of Adam Sandler movie under his belt. He got the funny ones, he got the middling ones, and he got the
There's
dog
something
shit.
for everybody. Anyway, Lugia, what were you saying?
So, of course, this being an Adam Sandler film, there are quite a few celebrity cameos to go over. One of the ones I want to talk about is Regis Philbin. For one, I did not remember that he was in this film to begin with, but this was also his last role acting-wise. Jack and
Okay.
Jill, of all things. This was also Donna Carvey's first theatrical movie appearance since Master of Disguise. And if you don't know what that
Dana
film
Carvey.
is, Dana Carvey, I'm sorry. And if you don't know what Master of Disguise is, I'm sure you've heard of the Turtly Enough for the Turtle Club bit. That's where it's
Yeah.
from.
Iconic scene.
The 9/11 memorial scene.
But obviously, and if you know anything about Jack and Jill, you know that Al Pacino's in this film. The reason why Al Pacino is in this movie is because he needed the money. It's as simple as that. His accountant was in prison, and he realized he was goddamn broke. So he needed something, anything.
His accountant was in prison because of he scammed him. His accountant was apparently like responsible for one of like the biggest celebrity Ponzi schemes in like history. Like he's basically considered like a mini Bernie Madoff. So it's just like hilarious to me. Like this guy just got like basically like scammed, and he was like, "Oh fuck, I need money desperately. Please, Adam Sandler." pay
I
me."
hope it helped him out.
And I will say, Adam
By a degree of
Pacino's a
separation,
real fucking
Al
professional.
Pacino is in Jack and Jill because of a scam.
Yes.
By a degree of separation.
And I don't know, I guess props to Pacino because he's clearly dedicated to his craft. Also, we didn't mention this when we were talking about the movie. For some reason, there's this thread throughout the movie where like they're trying to get him to do the ad, which is like how Adam Sandler gets into play because Adam Sandler's an ad exec. But Pacino is playing Don Quixote in the Man of La Mancha Broadway production, and throughout they actually like make several references to Don Quixote, and it feels so weird that this like high literary reference is like such a running thread. And he's even like he made a couple quips and references that only make sense if you've read Don Quixote. And I'm like I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't think like the average Adam Sandler going audience has read that book, quite frankly. Like, oh, you're just like my Dulcinea. And it was like, who the fuck knows what that means? I know what it means, but like I didn't even know what that meant until before this year. I read that book this year. So like I can't even like, and I'm the pretentious one. So like, oh, it's just kind of weird that like such a strong thematic element of this movie is hinged around, it's basically like referencing Shakespeare, like almost, and like a dumb comedy. Is like, that's kind of weird.
I want his target audience to expand their horizons.
I guess so. Fun gag, but Don Pacino is actually somewhat of a last minute thing, kind of exactly. So in the script, it was Starbucks, not Dunkin' Donuts, and it was Frappuccino because he was gonna change his name from Al to Frapp, so it'd be Frappuccino. And the thing is, like, his last name is Pacino, so technically his name would be Dunk Pacino, not Dunk Uchino. So that obviously made more sense to do the Starbucks, but after a while, but because Starbucks I guess didn't agree or whatever. Or no. Yeah, Starbucks refused, and they struck a deal with Dunkin' instead. So they just went with that, and just hope no one would notice.
They actually did have a promotion for the Dunkachino beverage. That was real for a time, but no one bought it, so it died out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
This is a real weird thing. This is completely unrelated, but there's this one tie-in from Dunkin' Donuts that always stuck in my memory, and it was You know how Dunkin' Donuts has those like they're not Frosties, but they're like these like frozen kind of sour drinks or whatever. I forgot what they're called. For some reason, when the Captain America movie came out, they had like one where you would get like all the flavors in one thing, but like it was like sectioned off, so it would look like the
Red, white,
Captain
and blue.
America logo. It was kind of weird. I was like, that was kind of cool, and then like they just didn't do it again. I was like, man, Lugia, Johnny Depp was wearing the Justin Bieber shirt as a joke.
I didn't
So
notice until the very last shot of him. I didn't even
yeah,
notice until Patty pointed it out.
Yeah, no,
no,
because I mean,
I noticed
I
that
wasn't
because
really
smart.
invested in
I
anything
just thought
else,
that
and
was kind of funny.
I just was like, wait, that's Justin Bieber? Okay.
Yeah. So one of the better jokes because it's completely understated. It's the rare joke that they don't draw a ton of attention towards. Here's another thing we forgot to mention. So the way this movie opens is very interesting to me because a lot of very iconic comedy movies kind of open up with something very similar where it has like a montage of people talking to the camera. You'll see it in like When Harry Met Sally or Annie Hall, I think some Judd Apatow movies did it too. Uh and this one has a similar sort of framing device where it opens with a bunch of footage of like actual twins getting interviewed and whatnot. And it almost tricks you into thinking this is going to be a real movie because it's kind of charming. I mean, they're actual like family members, so there's like clearly a quick rapport you kind of see. But it is no When Harry Met Sally. So is it considered hubris that like you're opening your movie with the exact same framing device that every other movie that's opened with that framing device is widely considered to be like one of the greatest comedies of all time and completely like changed the medium. Like it was like the Judd Apatow movie that did it, that was like his breakthrough movie. The Woody Allen movie that did it, that was like the defining Woody Allen movie. It's like the one that has like all the cultural staying power. And When Harry Met Sally is, When Harry Met Sally. So like it's kind of funny that Sandler, in a way, like I feel like doing that, he kind of announced that he thinks that this is like his gonna be like his opus almost. And in a way, it is his opus, but like in the exact opposite way of what you'd expect, because everyone's just like, this is the worst one. And I was like,
Funny
huh.
thing about that too. So I'm sure
And he like
you
kind of
know the Golden Raspberry Awards. This was the first movie in Razzie history to win every category. Every single one. It swept.
And isn't it also the only film to date that swept?
I think so.
I mean, I don't care about the Golden Raspberry Awards, but
if it's that
that,
bad,
I mean, the
then that
Razzies are kind
says
of
something.
stupid.
but I wanted to
I
ask
mean,
a question. So, general consensus is that Al Pacino is the best part, and we're all in agreement on that, right?
Yes.
yeah.
All right, let me ask, are there any jokes or attempts at humor not involving Pacino that you did find at least a little funny?
The Bieber shirt, I guess. I
Well, Al
thought the
Pacino's in
ad they
those
had,
scenes, even though that's not directly related to him.
the ad with Shaq was okay.
I thought the bum had like one kind of funny line, but I completely
There are like
forgot what the line even was,
The
so
bum trying to
there's
eat the bird
there's some
was
stuff
no,
that's
kind
it
of
like
funny.
was
conceptually.
it was something he
there-
said at the dinner table, like I don't
There's
remember
some
what it
stuff
was
that's
though.
like there's some stuff that's like conceptually funny, like when he's like making the dating profile, or when the kid is telling him he's gonna go to hell. Like that on paper, like I can be like, yeah, that's funny on paper. When they were like singing that song, or no, when they were like chanting "fight,
When they
fight,
were
fight," and then the
chanting for
birthday
the
cake.
fight and then without hesitation transition to happy birthday, like I wanted so badly to like smile or like chuckle at that, but like I was so drained because the movie was giving me nothing that I'm just like,
I don't think
The
it was good
way
delivery
the
too.
reason why that fight even breaks out was because of like a religious conversation. Like Jack says, "Hey, this guy's an atheist," and Jill's like, "Oh my god, you're an atheist?" So the framing device for initiating the fight isn't even that funny. And this also takes place right after a Jared Fogle cameo.
In 2023, 12 years after the film's release, Duncan retired the Dunkachino after more than 20 years. The Dunkachino doesn't exist anymore? What
No,
the hell?
they stopped doing it like a long time ago.
and the one good thing this
Not a
movie
long
gave us.
time ago, 2 years ago. They stopped it 2 years ago. That's not that long. Dunkachino's been around for 20 years.
I
So
feel
Yeah.
like there was
Anyway.
something else I wanted to say, but honestly, I think we've said everything we possibly can.
no, I
There's
don't
like,
think so. I think there's a few more
oh
things.
no?
So the characters, specifically
Ah, yes.
Jack and Jill, are insufferable. A few times, the film tries to make you feel bad for Jill specifically because Jack is like, I don't want this lady in my home. I want her out. And like anytime something goes wrong, it's Jack's fault. But Jill is just as bad. Like, she's partly responsible for a lot of the terrible shit that happens.
There's a moment when they're like the family is like seeing a movie in a cinema and Jill starts talking on the phone and everybody and Jack is trying to, get her to stop doing that because it's not proper theater etiquette and he is positioned as the villain in this situation. No, Jill was in the wrong.
Not to mention, there's a few points in the film where Adam Sandler just really wants to flex about how much money he has. He goes to a fucking Lakers game, he gets a cruise, he's on the set of A Price is Right. That Price is Right scene, too. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. So Jill is brought on as one of the contestants on The Price is Right, and she gets to spin the wheel, and then out of nowhere, she just gets knocked the fuck down. By what?
By what?
The wheel?
There's nothing on the wheel that's even jutted far enough to even knock someone out. What the fuck?
The crazy thing is, later on in the film, they establish that Jill is really strong, which kind of contradicts that point, and also the jokes beforehand told us that, no, she's just fat. She tries to go, like, bull riding, horse riding, whatever, I don't fucking remember, and she cripples the fucking creature because she's fat. Isn't that funny? The characters are insufferable. They have no redeeming qualities whatsoever, and any attempt at a redemption arc is just kind of gutted.
And all the other characters are like one note, like they have an adopted son who tapes stuff to himself just because. The daughter has a doll, she dresses up exactly as her. They have a Spanish gardener who keeps making jokes about crossing the border. And they don't try any other jokes either. That's the one joke with all of them.
The homeless man. He's homeless.
Oh, and Jill has this running gag where she keeps describing a movie she can't remember the title of, and everybody says what the actual title is, but she's like, no, that's not the right movie. They're all great running jokes. We were rolling.
I've heard that joke.
Slapping our knees.
That's a joke in like some other movie. I just can't remember.
Yeah, but it wasn't funny here. I'm sure it's executed better in whatever other movie you're thinking of, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm just saying, in this scenario, the joke didn't land. Also, again, there's that one guy who they get into a fight with because he's an atheist. Yeah, that's his only contribution to the movie.
They bring him back for one more scene where he's like taking over Adam Sandler's office. He's like, "Hey, I know God told me that you put your feet on my desk. Put them off."
That's another joke like I wanted to smile at, but no.
Compare this to something like Click, where at the very least Click has a message that kind of elevates the movie from being bad to at least something of note about family and how to value your time. Jack and Jill...
There's a heart to Click, at least.
Yes. The most I could probably get out of Jack and Jill is treat your siblings with respect. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
You two have siblings. Will you treat them with respect now that you've seen this movie?
This movie didn't even fucking change a goddamn thing about my relationship with my brother.
I'm sure if I sat my brother down to watch this movie with me, he would hate me.
All right.
But, so I guess this goes back to the initial question we started. Is this the worst Adam Sandler movie we've seen? Not just for the show, but like in general.
No, I still think Chuck and Larry is worse.
I'd have to rewatch Little Nicky. But in terms of recent memory, then yes, I would say this is the worst one so far.
I still put this at number 2. I put this like number 2 worst.
I think it's about on par with Chuck and Larry. I don't know, like I wouldn't recommend either film, but
I'm putting it lower than Chuck and Larry because Chuck and Larry is about how much Adam Sandler fucks, and it's also like very weird about gay people. This movie is at least about how he's a loser. Like there's something a little humbling there. And again, it has Al Pacino. Like I can't think of a single bit in Chuck and Larry I like.
Chuck and Larry had like 2 scenes where I was like, okay, I can see what they're going for, but I don't know, the rest of that movie just bothered me. Whereas this was just like a flat line for me. Like occasionally there was a blip because, Pacino did something funny. Actually, I know I'm trying to think of like jokes that didn't involve Pacino that I liked. If I'm gonna highlight another joke, Pacino's in this one, but I don't care. It made me laugh. It's the scene where Jack is pretending to be Jill, and at one point, like he gets into a fight with Pacino, and Pacino's like, "All right, come at me, run towards me," and Jack, as Jill, runs towards him, and Pacino just breaks a chair over his back. Like that got me because like I was not expecting that.
What's my
I'll give
name?
this I'll give this movie that.
Or at least got a reaction out of it.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Like
new game.
I don't hate Adam Sandler. It doesn't bring me joy seeing him, be hurt, but
A dunka
it
dunka
was it
dunka
was a
dunka.
funny moment. And again, his character's kind of a jerk, so
The character deserved it. You could just say that.
I'll say that, but I don't know, it was something in a movie where I was very much disengaged.
You know,
All right, I'm
sometimes
done.
sometimes you
nothing
need to
else to say.
scrape the bottom of the barrel just to understand what's actually good or not.
I feel like we scrape the bottom of the barrel many times on this show, quite frankly.
But how deep does it go?
I don't know. What is
Was it worse than
wh-
was this
what's
worse than from Justin to Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah, actually I probably
Yeah.
would say.
Justin McKelly at least had a bit of an energy to it, and like I dug some of the musical numbers.
There at
But I
least
would,
feels
like-
like there's an
I would
audience
never-
for from Justin Kelly. Whereas I don't
No,
know.
what? No, hold on. I disagree. There's an audience for this movie. There is not an audience for from Justin to Kelly. Who the fuck is gonna watch?
Well,
from
Justin McKelly, at least you can view it as like a neat time capsule, I guess.
No, I disagree.
Justin
you know what?
McKelly can be
I-
enjoyed by like
I-
millennials who like grew up
I
in the
agreed at
2000s.
first. Yeah, I agreed at first that this was worse, but like I think I've talked myself into it. No, like I would not. If you like gun up to my head, you asked me if I want to watch from Justin and Kelly or Jack and Jill again. I would say Jack and Jill, from Jack to Jill.
Well, you can say
Um,
that Jack and Jill has Al Pacino and from Justin to Kelly does not. I guess
Fair
that's
enough.
something. What about Geely? Because that also has Al Pacino.
Honestly, okay.
It does?
Geely's a
I
tricky
remember
one.
nothing from Geely. I do think is worse. Like I'm.
I
What the fuck
think
is
from a
Geely?
content here's the thing. I think from a content level, Geely is worse, but I think in execution it's more interesting because that movie at least I was like it had my attention by like how awful it was and like the batshit directions it went in. Whereas again, this was just kind of a flat line.
Did
So
you
I guess
find
it's
yourself
really
cringing
double.
more at this film than Geely, or the other way around?
No, I cringed more at Geely, but again, it's pick your poison. Would you rather be bored for an hour and a half, or would you rather be annoyed and baffled for
There's
2
an
hours?
argument for both cases, definitely.
Yeah, so
More
really
active
don't know.
agony or more passive agony? I guess.
would you rather be annoyed or bored? That's the question.
You know, we said this was going to be a short
Yeah.
one. We were actually 35 minutes in recording. We actually did pretty damn well.
Given our lack of structure this time round.
I think, oddly enough, I think it kind of benefits from the fact that we recorded this right after because I know I would have definitely forgotten this movie. If we
Also
waited a
late
day
at
or so.
night,
Honestly,
so
yeah.
we're fucking unhinged.
We're gonna sleep well tonight.
All right.
Well,
I think,
do we have any?
Mm,
no,
do we have
I think
any
we're
final
good.
thoughts?
Like we all
Okay.
collectively agree this is a piece of shit.
yeah, thumbs down
everything-
across the board.
Everything you've heard about Jack and Jill, yeah, it's true. So just look up the Dunkachino bit on YouTube. That's by far the best scene in the movie.
Well, not just that. Like you can see every scene with Dunk with Al Pacino. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that's the cream of the
Well,
crop.
the Al Pacino scenes in general are the best things about this
There's-
film.
Somebody has probably uploaded a compilation of just all of Al Pacino's bits in this movie. Watch that. It's like a quarter of the length of the runtime.
Anyway, I would like to propose a rule. Next time, if we were recommending a fucking Adam Sandler movie, can we please pair it with one of the good ones, just so we can like
I don't
Happy
have-
Gilmore or something.
I don't have plans for another Adam Sandler movie.
That depends. Do you
I swear to God,
think Billy
not
Madison is
currently.
a bad film, right?
Actually, I forgot that. I remember I wanted to recommend Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore together. All right, never mind. But I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're gonna recommend Little Nicky or some shit, let me also watch The Wedding Singer. as,
Alright,
like, a
it
palate
won't be a
cleanser.
while, but I'll consider it.
Just some mercy, please.
I gave you Uncut Gems not that long ago.
Yeah, but that's just like a good movie. I'm just saying. Like,
Adam Sandler's in it. I know it's not a Happy Madison Adam Sandler movie, but he's in it.
saying like you know.
And I didn't
if
like
fucking
that movie, but you
recommend-
guys did, so
If you recommend the fucking hot chick or whatever, fucking Rob Schneider's the hot chick. Like I don't know, I put on Tower Records or something. This movie broke me, man. I'm so fucking. done.
This was your breaking point. This fucking film.
I don't know. Like it's just. I haven't had like a good week either, so this is just real like a straw break the back
Well-
moment. Like,
I think I can help you because it is my turn.
That's
for the
right.
next recommendation, right? All right. Well, I'm gonna do a complete 180 because I'm gonna be very honest. I didn't know what movie I wanted to do next. I did have something in mind, but I'm gonna hold off on that for next time because it is more of a Halloween related film. So this is to fill the gap. I'm like, all right, what can I do? And I recently discovered that a certain film, a certain classic film, has celebrated its anniversary this year, and it's one that, while I am familiar with it by name, I've actually never seen it myself.
We did Jaws
And
already.
I know, but this is a different movie. Same year as Jaws, though, because next up is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I love
okay.
that movie.
Yeah, I saw it
Ah.
recently celebrated its 50th, and I'm like, oh, I have heard of that movie. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never seen it
great.
either.
Have you guys seen The Shining?
I have, yes.
No,
Have you guys seen Amadeus?
No.
no. Only other Milos Forman movie I saw was Hair, which
You haven't
you
seen
guys
Man on
did
the Moon?
too. No. These are movies I've heard of them, but I've not seen them.
All right. Well, this has been It's Always Sunny in Hollywood. Thank you for watching or listening or however you view this podcast. And until next time, burn this. No one must ever see this.
What's my name?
Dunkachino!
It's a whole new game.
Dunkachino!
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend. Attica, hoo-ah, lucky light. This whole trial is out of sight. They pull me back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl, I know it was you.